I never have to use it, but something tells me I will. Never trust a tourist advertisement.
Now get out!
At last, Mr. Charles Reed. What a pleasure to finally meet you in the flesh.
Nice to meet you.
Johannes van der Berg, at your service. I did promise to meet you the moment you arrived.
Much obliged, Mr. Vanderberg. I guess I didn't expect you to mean so literally.
Please call me Johannes. But where are my manners? Welcome to the proud city of Oakmont. Alas, now is not its finest hour, though it is its most important.
Why is that?
Oakmont is no ordinary place. Its unique geographical position and the flood, a recent natural disaster, make it nigh impossible to reach. But you made it, Mr. Reed. I'm sure the tides of fate would have brought you here one way or another.
Tell me about this flood.
It began 6 months ago. Storms raged for several weeks, and the water has risen ever higher without receding. Now the city is cut off from the mainland. I must say I rather like it, despite the inconvenience. Atmosphere, you know?
You said you know someone who can help me with my problem. The visions have been getting worse.
Such vividness of dreams is not uncommon here in Oakmont. By chance, the man I spoke of, Robert Throgmorton, is already at the port. He has dedicated a lot of time and effort to investigate this issue. Alas, I fear he has a more pressing matter on his hands.
How can I find Mr. Throgmorton?
Don't worry, you can't miss him. Throgmorton tends to stand out from the crowd.
I'll need a place to lay my head while I'm here. Any recommendations?
Fear not. I've already feathered a nest for you. There's a room in your name at the Devil's Reef Hotel. Here's the key.
Sounds...
Don't judge a book by its...
What's the best way to get around Oakmont?
Most locals go by
You're too kind, Johann.
Take this map. I've marked the hotel and a few other key places.
Other places?
You're a private eye, yes? Well, I've highlighted the police station. This city is...
How do you feel? Does Oakmont really have much?
There is no...
Wow.
No. The pleasure was mine, Mr. Reed. Don't worry about that. I'm the kind of man who finds you.
I don't care about your petty excuses. No one leaves the port until my son is found, and that is fine.
Excuse me. Are you Robert Throgmorton?
I am, but not interested. Go away.
The name's Charles Reed. I'm a private investigator, just arrived from Boston. I was told you might be able to help me.
Private investigator, you say? Well, perhaps we can help each other.
If I may ask, what happened to your son?
Why do you care?
Well, like I said, I'm a PI. Finding people is kind of my specialty.
Is it? Well, says you.
And you don't believe him?
Complete malarkey. Albert's disappearance is the work of Innsmouthers.
I've heard...
Another...
Can I ask you a few questions?
Oh,
Alright.
those fish, but no. Those fish...
So they're just... refugees.
Hardly. They've taken work from the local fishermen not to make...
Please forgive...
That's because no man measures up. My father...
Mr. Throg...
What makes...
Let's just...
Vera?
Sorry.
You had Vera...
I need to know more about...
Tay, this fisherman supposedly brought him to the house, and then...
Anything else?
Clearly...
Where's the house?
Fuck.
You mentioned...
Yes.
As much as I'm enjoying the weather, Mr. Throg...
Find my son.
I've said everything I know.
Don't do anything stupid, newcomer. And keep your hands where I can see them.
Let's see
It
what
would
you
take
find,
tremendous
newcomer.
effort to move this thing, let alone tossing it over like that. It's a...
Oh,
I want to know...
then he...
Then what?
We put the... And he...
Tell me...
We...
We're all...
And I...
Do you know...
I...
Who is the...
I'll...
Sorry. I'll leave you...
Please.
I don't know. Shoot, shoo. Ahem. I can barely recognize the face of the poor fella. He was beaten to a pulp. I can barely recognize the face of the poor fella. He was beaten to a pulp. I can barely recognize the face of the poor fella. He was beaten to a pulp. Never seen knives like this before. Masterful work. Seems like Prohibition hasn't affected Oakmont too much. So that's what an Innsmouther looks like. Five cards short of a full house. was a fierce fight here, but someone tried to flee. There was a fierce fight here, but someone tried to flee.
My head! I still hear those voices.
The book is damp and damaged, but clearly well cared for. Huh. This dog mat looks better than the owner's bed. The book is damp and damaged, but clearly well cared for. There was a fierce fight here, but someone tried to flee.
I gave you clear instructions, did I not?
I'm surprised they don't have someone's portrait here.
Glenna, Nechri, Glenna, Gebhal, Nugulina, Haftin. Glenna, Nechri. Glenna, Gebhal, Nugulina, Haftin.
Never seen knives like this before. Masterful work.
Take this, ape face.
What's happened?
Yeah, run!
Okay, let's see what we have here.
Yeah, run! Yeah, run! Take this, ape face. Yeah, run!
When Albert Throgmorton woke up, he was not himself. He attacked the fishermen, and his hysteria spread to them. When he got wounded, he fled.
Let's see what you find, newcomer.
I gave you clear instructions, did I not?
The port is closed by order of Robert Throgmorton. Back off. port is closed by order of Robert Throgmorton. Back off.
You look familiar, but old Billy hasn't seen you around. You look familiar, but old Billy hasn't seen you around.
Stay alert! Monsters lurk underground. They're everywhere.
Welcome to...
Bye.
What the? Get them! Oh. What the? Get them! Oh.
The door won't budge.
Ugh, I'll miss the carpenter's food giveaway with this darn pork.
Never trust a tourist advertisement.
The end is nigh. It will begin again. What is down comes up. The seed is sowed.
The port is closed by order of Robert Throgmorton. Back off.
I gave you clear instructions.
Don't do anything
did
stupid,
I
newcomer.
not?
And keep your hands where I can see them.
I've said everything I know.
So the fisherman pursued Albert, even let off a few shots. So the fisherman pursued Albert, even let off a few shots. Even though Albert was wounded, he managed to climb that high. Albert wasn't exaggerating when he said he raised him strong. There's something in the pocket. The blood is fresh. Whomever it belongs to could not have got far. The door won't budge. One fatal round through the forehead. That's no accident. This was deliberate.
Got a spare bullet, fella? I ain't eaten in days.
Stay alert! Monsters lurk underground. They're everywhere.
I'm looking at you. As it so he's up smart. I've they arrive. If it remember. Bye.
What the? Get them! Oh.
Hey, who are you?
Charles Reed, private.
Ugh,
Calm.
I got nothing to hide.
Start at the.
We, if he'd listen
Come on, Lewis. Focus.
for that ape.
You shot to kill. No warning, no second chances.
And me,
What kind of... what?
oh,
No, I'm sorry.
ins my,
The thing...
I don't,
I...
those ape, the Blackwood,
ends.
we had always,
You mentioned... Yeah.
okay, there's the car.
And let me guess. The Throgmortons.
Right,
I think...
please, have mercy, please.
This is...
Perhaps,
You think...
please,
don't...
please, I told you the truth, I swear. Please, I told you the truth, I swear.
Stay alert! Monsters lurk underground.
Mr.
They're
Carpenter's
everywhere.
food giveaway with this darn pork club.
Mr.
What?
Some...
You've seen... I've committed...
Yeah.
Tried to have...
Mr. Yeah. I've tracked...
Where?
It just seems...
Oh, that justice.
Mr.
Yes, but I digress. Remind me.
I was
You're not wrong. I funded an expedition.
Gee,
I have reason to believe the flood and this...
do these...
Since the...
Water law...
Oh,
You mentioned...
you were...
As your expedition...
I do...
You think...
Is it... Mr...
If...
I'll keep...
That's...
Let...
I'm s...
I am a busy man. When you...
What about my...
They will be... I'll also... The dollar law... I gave you clear instructions. Did I not?
What's your problem?
won't budge.